Well, y'all, look like somebody might finally be held accountable for Tupac's murder after 25 years. According to the Los Angeles Metropolitan Police Department, who have been actively investigating since, the September 1996 execution of Tupac, they have reportedly narrowed in on the involvement of California Crip gang member Keefe D. At one time of Tupac's murder, Keefe D's nephew, Orlando Anderson, was widely suspected of pulling the trigger, confirmed by his uncle. Now, in a book he co-authored titled Compton Street Legend, Keefe D shared details of his involvement. Now, reportedly, Reggie Wright Jr., who worked for the label signed to Young Tupac, addressed speculation that the PD has been seriously looking into pinning Keefe D for the murder, he said. He said, let's put this in this way. I bet Keefe D has been having the runs for the last 2 weeks because, yeah, they are knocking on doors and there's some activity. Former LAPD detective Greg Kading, who was the lead investigator on Tupac's murder case, called for Keefe D's arrest many times. During a former interview discussing the case, Greg stated there is adequate probable cause to arrest Keefe D on conspiracy to commit murder charges based on his numerous public confessions. He's making a mockery out of the justice system. For history's sake and for the sake of their own reputation, they ought to arrest Keefe D and place the burden of responsibility onto the shoulders of the DA's office. Now, Reggie Wright Jr. speculates that judging by intensity of the LVMPD's recent movements, Keefe's arrest would happen sooner than later. Ain't that something, y'all, after 25 years?
Man.
How old is he, 60?
Good. Okay. But I guess he won't stop talking about it. So this is what happens when you just keep on talking. You can talk yourself right on into prison, especially if you did something you didn't have no business doing. So, you know, people are just crazy out here. But I hope they find who did this. I hope they find Biggie's killer and Tupac's killer because somebody did it. And as they find every answer for everything else, for who murdered any and everybody else, they ought to be able to handle this and find out who's doing this. It's crazy. And last but not least, y'all, Will Smith may be taking quite a hit as far as the ratings go, but his book sales are off the shelf. His memoir from 2021 has resurfaced at number 73 on USA Today's best-selling books list. The book debuted at number 3 on the list in November of last year, and it stayed there for 15 weeks. Now, Netflix and Apple TV Plus, both of which were willing to spend big bucks to secure the rights, they've backed out of the bidding war to turn the memoir into a film, and the fate of Bad Boys 4, which also stars Martin Lawrence, is unknown.